The old Victorian mansion loomed under a sky the color of a fresh bruise, a skeletal silhouette against the gloomy, overcast expanse. Its windows were like hollow eyes, watching the world with a vacant stare. A weather-beaten for sale sign hung crookedly from its post, a testament to years of neglect and forgotten histories. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of dust and decay, but for Alex, it smelled of a new beginning. He set down a heavy cardboard box, the word writings scrawled on its side in black marker. But he was exhausted. Hope warmed him against the chill of the cavernous room. His gaze swept across the space, where antique furniture lay shrouded in white sheets, their forms twisted into ghostly apparitions slumbering in the dim light. A place to escape the noise of the world and finally write his story. As he began the arduous task of uncovering the past, his hands pulled a sheet off an old wooden rocking chair. There, nestled in the seat, sat a single antique revealing its silent occupant. A faint painted smile was etched onto its face, a cheerful expression that was deeply, inexplicably unsettling. One of its glass eyes was missing, leaving a dark, empty socket that seemed to absorb the light. Alex felt a strange compulsion as he hesitantly reached out and picked it up. The doll was cold and heavy in his hands. After a moment of examination, a shiver tracing its way up his spine, he decided to place it on the mantelpiece, where it could watch over the room, a silent, smiling guardian, wrapping the old house in an oppressive darkness. The only illumination came from the stark white glow of Alex's laptop, where he sat typing, lost in his world of words. The camera, an unseen observer, slowly moved towards him from behind. In the deep background, out of his line of sight, the rocking chair he had uncovered earlier began to move. It swayed gently, rhythmically, a silent, impossible motion in the still air. A sound, faint and distorted, like a breath of static, whispered directly beside his ear. Alex froze, his fingers hovering over the keyboard. His eyes wide but saw nothing but the enveloping shadows of the dark, empty room. The following morning, a week's blood ran cold to chase away the He whipped his head around. Alex noticed it immediately. The mantelpiece was empty. His heart began to pound a frantic rhythm against his ribs. The day descended into a paranoid haze as the doll began its chilling game. First, he found it resting on his pillow, the doll was single eye staring up at the ceiling. Later, it was seated at the head of the dining table, as if waiting for a meal. The final straw was seeing its small porcelain face peering out from the end of a long, dark hallway, its smile seeming wider, more malicious. Alex's face, once hopeful, was now a mask of pure terror, his mind unraveling with each new, impossible appearance. A violent storm raged outside, mirroring the tempest in Alex's soul. He was a wreck, his hair disheveled, his eyes wide with sleepless panic. He finally confronted the source of his torment. The doll was back in its rocking chair, swaying gently as if soothed by the chaos. "What do you want from me?" Alex screamed, his voice cracking with desperation and fear. As his shout echoed in the room, the lights flickered violently and then died, plunging him into absolute darkness. A sudden, brilliant flash of lightning lit up the scene for a split second, revealing a horrifying new tableau. The doll was no longer in the chair, it was standing directly behind him. The darkness returned, but in the suffocating silence, a new story began. Written on a dusty, unseen page by an ethereal hand, it read, "There's a new doll in the house." His name is Alex.